Okay, so today I'm going to talk about styling. So we were last playing with our little names application here, so let's go in and run it again. And simple login screen takes us into our page where we've got a little bit of styling here. We've got the out of the can default stuff going on. So what we can do is we can right click and inspect the screen using Chrome, and we can see the page stuff here. But what we also see is we have these class tags in there. Summit puts in class tags at strategic points automatically for you, and then you can pick them out in your CSS to easily address them. So let's edit the page via the toolbar at the bottom, and let's go up to global section, and we have a CSS style sheet. So pick that, and we have a pop-up window here, and in the window we have one style sheet loaded for the system. Well, let's create another one. I'm going to copy the entire style sheet as it is now, but I'm going to add another one called new one. Okay. So here's our new one. Let's click on it to edit it. Nothing in here, so I'm just going to paste in what we had before and submit. Okay, so that's the same as it was previously, but before I go much further, I'm going to modify one thing. I'm going to make the font much bigger. So submit 24. Okay, so let's close this. Let's go back to the application itself, because at the application level we can choose a theme. We are currently on the default one, but now we have a new one. So submit that, and now it's going to run with our new style sheet. So when we run it, boom, much larger font. Okay, so edit the page again, just to prove it's oops, go back into the application, sorry. Change it back to default again, submit, and run. Okay, back to the smaller font size. So let's edit the page. Let's go up to the style sheet again, and now we're flipped back into the default one, so I'm just going to flip back over to default, and now I'm going to start modifying a few other things here. So the main page region is in a cell, in a TD cell of a table, and it's called page body. And we can see that we've got white as the background. Now, put this handy little gadget here. I'm going to change the background to a blue. So submit that, close it, run the page. So sometimes, the browser has cached the CSS file. It's not reloading up the CSS file. So we have to refresh, and therefore then we force the browser to pick up the new CSS file. And there you go, we've got our blue. Okay, so as you can see, Summit itself is using a slightly more radical CSS file with a lot more information in it. But the default one is a good starting point for you to then build on. You can, of course, right-click and look at the page source and see what tags are already there to help you address your CSS elements. Let's take a look at another app and just see one that's got quite a few style sheets attached to it. I've got this one called Expenses. In here we've got 4 style sheets. So I'm going to take it to the default one, submit. So the default one for this particular app has been changed quite radically. A bit gregarious, but whatever. So edit the page, edit the application, and let's try the blue one, see what it looks like. Okay, quite sensible looking. Okay, and images are in the CSS file, font sizes, font shapes, all of that kind of stuff you can do. Standard CSS stuff. Let's go to the Pro one. Okay, now as you know, out of the box you will be getting these applications to see how certain things are done. You'll get these CSS files and you can copy and paste them into your application. By default, we always start with a small CSS file, the default CSS file, to get you going. Okay, that's it.